Alright, how you doing, guys? This video is going to be on making turns per request by one viewer. He emailed me and we talked for a little bit, and he was talking about, making turns and, how to handle them. He said he's just a little bit nervous for a CDL test coming up. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to handle left turns, right-hand turns, and for all you people that are up in, Marshfield, in Wisconsin, getting your CDL up there, I'm going to discuss how to do roundabouts. Roundabouts or rotaries, whatever they're called. I've been always taught to call them roundabouts, but I'm pretty sure the technical name is actually rotaries. Now, thanks to my handy-dandy skills of being a cop for 5.5 years, here's my bootleg version of drawing streets. Disclaimer, it is not to scale, but you guys seem like pretty smart people, so I'm going to let you throw some common sense on what I'm saying in my drawing and go from there. And apply it to real life. Okay, so here you go. Make sure the camera sees. Alright, cool. So here we have this one. Big, I'm going to draw, of course, this pen starts dying. Really? Really? Oh, God, now I gotta use another pen. Alright, anyway, this one, big ol' R for right turns. So, as you're approaching your right-hand turn, this is where you need to turn, alright? Now, it's kind of a bootleg drawing, but basically you have two lanes, the slow lane and the passing lane, and then the two yellow stripes. That's what these are, the two yellow stripes. Slow lane, passing lane, two yellow stripes. What you should do and what I do, obviously if you run over curbs and hit stuff during the CDL test, it causes a failure. So what you want to do is use as much room as you possibly can. So when it comes to making right-hand turns, what you want to do is, upon approaching the intersection, you know you're going to have to make a right-hand turn. Alright? So be in the right-hand lane, make sure you're in the proper gear, going to proper speed, doing everything you need to do to set you up to successfully do the turn smoothly. Have your left side of your truck, as close to the dotted white line as possible. Do not get what we in law enforcement call failure to maintain lane, because you drop, everybody's seen somebody leave their lane. It kind of annoys us all. All right, do not do failure to maintain lane. Stay in your lane, but get as close as you can to the white dotted line down the middle of the road. So you're driving down the road. You're driving down the road. You're driving down. Now, you'll come to the intersection. Of course, obey all traffic signals. If it's a red light, stop. Wait until it's safe for you to effectively make the turn. If it's a stop sign, stop at the stop sign. Check all directions. Wait until begin making the turn when it is actually safe to make the turn. Now, what you will do is go into the intersection. Keep on going. Once your shoulder, like literally your shoulder, is parallel with the white dotted line down the middle, you need to turn the steering wheel all the way to the right. Now what's going to happen is the tractor is going to be over here in the passing lane, but the trailer is going to be bent. You guys, by the time you're watching this, you're going to be, you're going to have driven the truck some, you're going to have made a few turns, so you're going to know what I'm talking about when I say the trailer is off tracking. It's bent. It's the tractor and trailer is not in a straight line. It's off tracking. It is bent. So what you want to do is, what you do not want to happen is have your wheels hit this area right here. Why are all my pins dying all of a sudden? Jesus Christ. Alright, do not have your rear wheels hit right here. Right there is the curb. Curb. Do not hit the curb. You will fail your test. Alright? Make sure I can adjust it so people can see this. Alright, good. Come on now. Do not hit the curb. Do not hit the curb. Now, once you start the turn, your shoulder will become parallel with the white dotted lines down the middle. Start making the turn. Now, once your tractor is facing the direction that you want to go, you're making the right turn, your tractor's made the right turn, your trailer still has to continue and it's off tracking. Make sure you keep the tractor as far left as you possibly can. Alright? as far left as you possibly can without going into the yellow lines. Once you've done that, once your rear wheels have cleared this curb, cleared the stop sign, cleared all the stuff that was right there that you're not trying to hit, you'll be able to use your mirrors, use the mirrors that the truck has to look around, take the turn slow. Use your mirrors, always look in your mirrors. Once your tires have cleared that curb, any obstacle there, what you're going to do is dive back down into the slow lane, or the slow lane. All right, and then what's going to happen is it will cause the trailer to go. It will cause the trailer to do basically this number right here. Trailer's going to off track. You're going to avoid the curb, and then once you dive back into the slow lane, it will cause the trailer to follow behind you, and you'll be straight into this lane. So what you need to do is drive forward. Your shoulder will become parallel with the white dotted line on the road that you're trying to go on. Turn the steering wheel right. Have the left side of the tractor as close to the yellow divider lines as possible. Watch your mirrors, do the turn slowly. Make sure your wheels and whatnot are not hitting the curbs. Once your wheels in the rear of the trailer have, they're out of the danger zone, they're not going to hit anything, go ahead and dive the tractor back down, and that will straighten the trailer out. So make your shoulder parallel with that, with the white lines. Stay with the yellow lines. Once the trailer clears the obstacle, dive back down into the slow lane and continue on your route. Now here's the reason why you do not want to take your sweet. You can stay in this pass lane for a long time. You're not technically making the turn correctly, but you're going to need what you need to do. And also, it will cause you to fail your TDL test because you can accrue points for doing this. Making a right-hand turn and turning right into the passing lane. You're going to need to use all the space you can. Use the passing lane, but do not stay in the passing lane. Once you clear the obstacle, immediately dive. And the reason I say that is because people out here in these cars, they are impatient. They are impatient. So they're so quick to, well, they don't even want to give you a chance to finish making a turn. They're going to try to turn inside of you while you're making the turn. What's going to happen, and this is why I stress looking at your mirrors and doing the turn properly and making sure you dive at the appropriate time. One, when you dive at the appropriate time, the trailer is going to be set up in a way where it actually blocks vehicles from being able to even get in that space between you and where you're trying to go. Two, you're doing the turn properly. I mean, you're not wasting time. So that's the biggest reason why you need to dive at the appropriate time and get back into the slow lane, because it will block all the traffic that's going to, because you're not the only one making the right-hand turn. Everybody else trying to make the right-hand turn is going to get impatient because you're a truck and they just don't like driving behind trucks. They're going to try to make the turn really quick. What's going to be happening is they're going to get caught between the trailers right here, the curb, and the car. And then once you dive and they're stuck there, you're literally going to get a car pinned underneath your trailer. And there's countless videos of that on YouTube. Countless videos. So, yes. This also applies for when you're going down, let's say you're going down a 2-lane road with 1 lane in each direction. You need to make a right-hand turn. Essentially, this will be the lane going in the opposite direction. Or sometimes you have a turning lane that's making a left-hand turn, and you need to make a right-hand turn. The principle still applies. For instance, in this other example, when it's a 2-lane road, instead of having white yellow lines, you're going to have 2 yellow lines. It's going to be your divider. You're going to have traffic either going this way, or it could be a turning lane, one of the two. You cannot obviously make the turn if you have a bunch of vehicles there. So sometimes you just got to sit and wait. You might have to wait a light cyclist. You wait for those cars to clear that intersection, wait for it to be a safe time for you to make the turn, and you'll do the turn the exact same way as you would if it's a 2-lane road. So instead of using the white dotted line down the middle of the road to be parallel with your shoulder, you'll just use the yellow lines, but you make the turn the exact same way. But make sure you have no oncoming traffic. Make sure all the vehicles have left that lane. Because if not, you're going to get out there, you're going to get in front of somebody, they're going to be stubborn, they're not going to move, and you can't back up. And now you're literally clogging up an entire intersection. Alright? That's right-hand turns explained. Left-hand turns. Left turns. Big ol' L. Alright? Use the available space you have. Typically, you'll have the stop bar sitting right about here. For if this, like, let's say it's like a 4-way intersection, or, you know, each lane has a light. Anybody's been to intersections where you've seen people have to make left-hand turns. I don't have to go in depth. You might be new to driving trucks, but you're not new to driving, period. So you can imagine these turning lanes, all right? So the stop bar is back there. Do not ever be in the left-hand left turning lane, all right? Do not. You're going to be snagging on to all these cars that are over there, waiting to turn left in their lane. All right? Always, always, always keep the traffic on your sight side. Your sight side being your left-hand side, the side that you can see whenever you're making your left-hand turns. Or sometimes you go to some of these places where you'll make a right-hand turn, and you'll have 2 right-hand turn lanes, and they'll have a light that gives you the green arrow. Make sure you keep the traffic on your left-hand side, the sight side. You don't ever want to have it to where they're in your blind side making these turns. What you will do is come down, keep the right side of your trailer as close to whatever the barrier is over there, whether it be another lane or whether it be the shoulder of the road, whatever it is. Typically it's a lane. Keep the right side as close as you can. You will travel up, keep going. Now, instead of just curving and arching, you're going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now, your shoulder will be parallel with the center of the slow lane that you're in. Because remember, you can't leave your lane while you're making these turns. So if you're in the right-hand lane, when you finish to complete the left turn, you're going to be in the slow lane. If you're in the left-hand lane, completing the left turn, you'll be in the passing lane. So make sure you end up in whatever lane you started in. Alright? Now, once you get up, make sure your shoulder's about middle of the lane that you have over there. Then you'll begin to turn the tractor. Alright? Once you do that, you'll do a slight dive, because your tractor's way up here. You have to realize the wheels of your trailer are going to off track and be riding this white dotted line. Everybody's seen the turns where you're making a left-hand turn and you see the dotted lines going to the intersection. The reason you over-exaggerate the tractor is because your trailer wheels are going to be riding this white line. And once again, you do not want your trailer going into the other lane. So, come out wide. Your trailer's off tracking. Wheels are following the white dotted line. Once you see the turn is almost done, all right, go back, dive down, and complete your turn, and you'll be in the lane that you need to be in. All right, so go up, turn hard left, over exaggerate, come back in, and go. Now, for everybody, but especially the people up in Marshfield, the roundabouts. All right, these are always fun, and that's a slight hint of sarcasm if you don't know how to do them. Yeah, no, they're not really fun when you don't know how to do them, because people come and they're just zooming on these things. So basically, what will happen is you'll have the big old arrows that either say turn right, or they have the ones that keep on pointing for you to continually go around the roundabout. What will happen is, as you approach the roundabout in your tractor and trailer, what you need to do is you're going to take up the entire thing. Alright? Yield to the traffic that's coming, but once it clears and you're able to go, go. Don't sit there and wait. You need to start going. Make sure it's safe for you to go, then go. Alright? Now, what's going to happen is you'll bring the front of the tractor all the way out to that center concrete thing that's in the middle. All right, you'll get the front wheel as close as you can to it. You'll basically head straight out for it, and then once you head straight out for it, you're gonna be basically at an angle inside the roundabout. Then you will bring the passenger side wheel, the passenger side steering tire, as far out as possible while you're negotiating this curve or this circle. So you're going to keep the wheel of the tractor as far out as possible while you're negotiating it. Now what that's going to do is it allows you to pull the trailer out, and then once you pull the trailer out and you dive back in to keep your passenger side tire as close to the outside as possible, your truck is going to be at a it's going to have a curve too, it's going to be at an angle. The wheels of the trailer are not going to ride the middle concrete barrier thing. They're going to be close to it, but they will not hit it. And you just constantly watch your mirrors, watch where you're going. Your truck is going to take up the whole thing. Like, there's no way somebody's going to get around you, literally, unless they drive onto this middle thing right there. There's no way somebody can get around you in a roundabout. So you don't have to worry about it. If you need to take your time, go ahead and take your time going around it. All right, now you're going to head out, steering tire on the driver's side as close as you can to the middle. Once you do that, head back out towards the right-hand side. Then have your passenger side steering tire as close to the outside as possible. Now you're going to keep that. You're going to keep that configuration throughout the entire maneuver. Now once you do that, once you complete the maneuver, let's say you want to get off here at I'll just call this 3rd Street. You know, you want to get off at 3rd Street. Once you get off at 3rd Street, you'll bring the driver's side tire as close as you can to the little concrete barrier thing that's right here. You'll see them whenever you start driving in some of these places that have roundabouts. You can't miss them. Now what's going to happen is it's going to allow you to get close and keep your trailer wheels from running over the curbs over there. And then you're just going to continue down the road. Keep it close as possible. Once you clear it, center yourself on the lane. So yes, that's that. So yes, as requested, they asked me to do left-hand turns, right-hand turns, and I threw in roundabouts as a little added bonus. I hope that helped out, and I hope I explained it the best way I can. I'm more of a visual learner, more so than hearing somebody talk about it. I actually need to see somebody do it, or I need to do it myself. So hopefully, you guys were able to comprehend what I'm saying, but you will, at some point, you're going to run these roads where you're going to have to do a rotary. You're making left-hand and right-hand turns all day long, every single day. Well, not all the time are you doing rotaries. So you'll get your chance to do a rotary, and it'll make more sense when you actually see it. Like once you do it the first time, you're gonna have it down pat. Like literally, you're gonna do a rotary one time. You're like, oh, okay, it was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and then that's it. All right. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to the follower who noticed me here at Conley today while dropping off this relay load. Appreciate your support. Appreciate the support of everybody else. And yeah, it's Conley Terminal right here. That's the shop right there. That big old, those are all the other rail trucks down there. That white building in the background is the main building. Trailers and whatnot. Yeah, and there goes the class right there during the Get Your CDL program. Alright, have a great day, guys.